Hello everyone, I'm so excited to bring this your way. I'll be teaching you a very important concept in music and piano playing, which is left hand technique. So this will help you to play a variety of stuffs in your left hand, not just playing a particular rhythm or a particular style or pattern. So you can play different techniques. So let's go right straight into what the left hand technique is. Before then, let's talk about the objectives of this class. I'll be teaching you the role of the left hand, practice basic chord arpeggio with the left hand, support melodies effectively with the left hand accompaniment, develop coordination and strength in the left hand, create fuller chord and professional sounding piano accompaniment using chord inversion to reduce hand movement and perform basic gospel and worship progressions with confidence. So this is the objective of this class. So alright, what is the left hand techniques? Left hand techniques on the piano are the various ways, right? The left hand is used to play accompaniment, harmony, rhythm, and bass lines, while the right hand often plays the melody. So this is talking about two hand coordination. It simply means that you're not just using your right hand to play chords or play notes, you're actually accompanying your right hand which plays the melody with either melodies or harmonies or rhythms or bass lines on your left hand. So we are not sticking to a particular pattern. There are different patterns we are going to see. So what's the role of the left hand? The left hand usually plays the chord, roots notes, bass notes or arpeggios. Two, it supports the melody, often played by the right hand. The third is a strong left hand foundation is key for harmony and help develop independence between both hands. So if you're able to maximize the role of your left hand, you can develop independence from both hands, between both hands, right? The right hand plays a different rhythm, the left hand can also play something different. But when they play together, there's a coordination between them. Both of them are independent of each other. Do you get? So that's what we'll be considering in this class. Would like to state the difference between the root note and a bass note, right? The root note is the main note a chord is built from. It means this particular note give the chord its name. It does not change unless the chord itself changes. Take for example the C major. The C major contains C, E, G, right? So you can see that because it's called C major, the note C in this chord makes it the root note because it's from this C that C major derives its name. Do you get it now? So if I'm playing F, F is F A C. So because it's F, F here is the root note. So what is bass note? A bass note is the lowest note played or heard at the moment. So this right is still C, E, G. Now C is the root note. C here also the bass note because this is the lowest note being played at this moment. Say we change this by inverting this C E G to become E G C, right? Now the lowest note now becomes E. If you see this on the slide, you see that the lowest note becomes what? E. E is not the root note because the chord has not changed, right? But E becomes the what? Bass note, not the root note. The root note remains what? C. It's just that when we switch positions, bass note changes. Alright, so in summary, bass note is the lowest note played, while root notes are the notes that gives the names of the chord. So sometimes the bass notes and root notes are the same, sometimes they are different, called inversion. So when the bass note is different from the root note, actually what you're doing is just inversion. Example of what I played now. Okay, let's go to F major. So I'm playing F major. The root note here is F, and the bass note is still F. But when I invert this, it becomes A C F, right? So A C F now has A as the lowest note. This is now the bass note, while F remains the root note. So with that being said, let's go into the 10 common left hand techniques. I'll be very brief in this explanation, but I'll try as much as possible for you to understand clearly. So the first one is single bass note. Single bass note. The left hand plays one note at a time, usually the root note of the chord. So in this technique, the left hand plays like a bass player would. So a bass player usually plays the root notes most of the times in every song. So here the left hand plays one note at a time, just one. So say we have the progression, we have C, G, A, F. Can you see this? So my left hand plays one note at a time, right? This is what single bass note means, one note at a time. Now let's go to octaves. Here, the same note is played in two different octaves at the same time. The same note. Let's do the same progression. So now, instead of playing a single bass note, now you stack the same note on top by an octave. Can you see this? So, the same progression. You get it? So that's octaves. So let's go to the third one. It says roots plus fifth pattern. Roots plus fifth pattern. It means playing the root and the fifth at the same time. Instead of playing single notes or playing octave, this time around you play the one and the fifth together. Can you see this? So due to this fifth here, you notice that it will sound a little bit fuller than the first two we've treated. So we have can you hear it? Yes, that's the root plus fifth pattern. So let's go to power chords. The left hand plays an octave of the root above the root plus fifth pattern. What does it mean? Simple. When you establish your root and fifth notes, now you just play an octave of the same C above. That is the lower note, which is C, play an octave of it above. So what you have here, most of us are used to this, and most of us just have been here for a long time. So we need to advance. But power chords are still ways we play chords in our left hand, right? So you have C, G, C. So this is a power chord. The same way you constructed this, you go to G and do the same thing. This is the fifth, and this back to one. Can you hear this? This is very powerful because it covers for a bassist if he's not around. So let's go to the next one, root plus tenth pattern. Now, here you play the root with the tenth above. Now, the reason why you are seeing tenth there is because that tenth is an extension. An extension simply means playing above an octave. You know, an octave comprises of what? 8 notes. So you have your C, and you know your C to B makes it 7 notes. From this C to the next C makes it an octave. Any note that exceeds this octave makes it an extension, right? So you have this an octave, this ninth, and this is 10th. Because if you check and see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we are playing the root and the 10th note together. So can you see this? Hear it now. Same progression, right? Now, to make it sound fuller, you can add the fifth. Instead of just playing the root and 10th, add the fifth in the middle. Can you hear it now? Okay, we're back to one. We're back to the one. So, we've stated about 5 different left hand techniques, from single bass notes, just to recap, to octaves, to root and fifth, to power chords, and then root and tenth, and also voiced like root, fifth, and tenth. So let's have this in mind. All right. So let's see the next one. The sixth one says block chords. It's a technique where all the notes of a chord are played together, creating a harmonized melody. What does this mean? It means if I'm playing the C major chord, for example, on my right hand, the left hand simply plays the same thing. All notes together played at the same time. So this we use this specially to harmonize melodies. Do you get? So let's say I'm playing this. Okay, I can play. Can you see? These are block chords, exempting no notes at all, playing all notes. Can you hear this? Alright, let's go to the next one. Chord inversion. It simply means playing chord notes in different orders to create smoother movement. So instead of just playing root chord or chords in their root position, what you actually do is to invert. What does it mean to invert? Simply take the lowest note, take it up. So you have C, E, G. Take this C, take it up, and becomes E, G, C, E, G, C. Then you can also invert it again by playing G, C, E. And then if you invert it the last time, you're coming back to the root chord. So instead of just playing you can actually play, changing between inversions to make your flow smoother. Can you hear that? Inversion actually helps you to minimize movement. Imagine every time you have to do all these travels, but you can have everything in one register. What do I mean? Can you see this? So the only thing that is changing here is this C and G coming down to B and D. So now instead of coming to this 4 here, from this 6th, you actually take this upward. Can you see that? Yes. So that's the essence of using inversion. It makes your play coordinated. It makes it not too wild, not too wide, and also keeps it in a particular register. Moving on, we're talking about broken chords. Now, broken chords, also known as arpeggios, are chord notes, right, that are played one after another instead of together. So you can see that this is different from block chords. Block chords are notes that you play them together, but in broken chords, you play these notes one after another. So you have the same notes, right? The same chord, C, E, G. But this time around, you're not just playing C, E, G in your left hand. You are playing. Can you hear this? This produces a flowing and smooth accompaniment. Can you hear this? These are arpeggios. Now, you can use notes within an octave. So, you can also play power chords and break them, play them as arpeggios. So, this within an octave. So let's use notes above an octave. Remember what I taught you how to get the 10th notes, right? So we're going to also use this to explain arpeggios above an octave. So we have, can you see this? So notes above an octave. You are playing notes above this C octave here. So you can play. Can you hear this? Can you hear that flow? The same progression: 1 6 1 5 6 4 1 5 6 4. Same thing I'm playing, right? So these are broken chords. So let's play it in context now. Let's play a song. I study planted forth. Okay, so let's go. Single single bass note. We'll play it like this. So that. So let's go to power chords. Now let's use this broken chords. So these are broken chords. Second to the last, we have pedal points. This is very, very important because for you to understand this, it means holding or repeatedly playing one bass note while chords changes above it. It creates tension and richness. Alright. Let's do this song. Great is thy faithfulness. So I will hold down C while my right hand does the chord changing. That's pedal point. Simply keeping one note at the bass. Can you hear that? Kept that C note at the bottom. What I'm actually doing is called a pedal point. Holding that C. So you also know this song. So now, this is also a pedal point because I sustained the four chord instead of going to this 5. But my right hand actually made the change, right? So usually you should have played, but now we are retaining that 4 chord on my left hand. So that's pedal point. You see this? So I think the Hillsong, the CCMs guys, usually use this a whole lot. Where you hear a flowy part, we also use it in church, where you just hear that part giving that constant tune, either a source chord or just a single note, just flowing at the background. That's pedal point, right? That's a basic application of pedal point. So let's go to the last one, walking bass. Steps 2 notes smoothly, commonly used in jazz. So here you're not playing a single note. These single notes are moving. They are not just stagnant. They are moving. Right. So a very simple example. We all know that when you're playing, say a hymn, you actually do something like. Um, you. This movement. Listen that. This D E D E F G. That's re mi fa sol. You can play re mi fa re sol. So what you're actually doing in the left hand is you're walking bass, not just playing a note and leaving it there. You are actually moving. Do you get? So you can see that we have we have touched about 10 different left hand techniques. So you're not just sticking to one particular pattern. You're playing different patterns. And funny enough, you can mix up all these techniques together if you know how to navigate them. Right. It makes you sound fuller, it makes your chord richer, it helps you express yourself better on the keyboard, and makes you not to sound monotonous, meaning You don't sound the same way every time, right? So you add varieties to your play. So I'm so glad been able to touch the 10. So let me just play a simple song applying these things I've shared. So picking can you see this? I've applied 2 techniques here. What are they? This is an inversion. These are block chords. Why? Because I still played the same notes in the chord. These are inversions because actually this is an F major chord, but I inverted it to the second position. Second position, second inversion. So sustaining this F makes this pedal point. Hope you get. So you can see that you can apply the various left hand techniques in different songs depending on the context anyway. Depending on the context. So you watch out for the context you are playing and what the music is actually demanding at the moment. So that's how you should keep your play. So thank you. I've come to the end of the class. If you